that's how we want them. Maybe this one won't fall off the porch.
I think it looks pretty good. Actually, think if you bring bring that light closer. If anything, get it right up behind the camera. There you go. It's better.
We can bring these closer. What YouTubers don't tell you. That's what this video is going to be about. I feel like there is so much that we could say in this video. There's a lot of stuff. We have learned a lot about YouTube in the last... I think we started actively pursuing the channel in 2020, December of 2020. If you've been on the channel before, we've mentioned that the channel was actually started like 8 or 10 years ago by our cousin Ben, so you can go back and find those super old, some of them are kind of cringy videos, but we started actively pursuing this channel in December of 2020. So this is what we have learned in that short amount of time.
That's right. So I think one thing is they don't tell you about being on YouTube, and you should, I mean, I feel like I should have been able to think this through, and I guess I could have, but they don't tell you that you got to be prepared. There's going to be some hate mail. There's going to be some people that have mean things to say that are going to track you down, track your address and your email down to send that to you. There's going to be people who want to comment things that are off color or something that's like, you shouldn't have said that out loud. There's going to be people that get your address and send you crazy mail. Things that don't make any sense. And I'm like, yes. You probably know who you are. There's going to be all that kind of stuff. So when you first start a YouTube channel, you think, this is going to be so fun. It's going to be everything that I want it to be. And yes, your content will be everything you want it to be. But you have to go ahead and have some thick skin and not have your feelings hurt when someone says, that's stupid, you did that wrong, or whatever. And then you have to make the decision, am I going to leave that up there because I don't care? Am I going to comment back something mean, or am I just going to remove it totally? So that's one thing that they don't tell you. Another thing they don't tell you is your life will become a movie, a sitcom, and you won't want to see any more of it, but you have to video everything because that's how it goes. So
yes, those are, if I had to like say the two biggest things that YouTubers don't tell you, that two biggest things that I've learned is just both of those. There's so many times that I do not want to video something, but I do. At the same time, it's both. It's like, wow, this would make a really cool video, but I'm tired of videoing, and I kind of just want to like be in the moment and enjoy my life and not be so focused on, gotta video this experience instead of really enjoying it. But when you're a YouTube content creator, that's your job. And the kind of filming that we do is not only the music, but a lot of it is like vlog type stuff as well. So we have to kind of constantly be filming, and sometimes that's really great and it's super exciting. Sometimes you get an opportunity to film something that you didn't know you were going to get the opportunity to film, and you're like, oh yeah, this is going to be an awesome video. But other times you're just tired and you don't really want to video.
It's true.
But you have to, because that's
true.
your job.
That is true.
Uh-oh, gotta cut that off. Un momento. Sorry for that interruption. That is another thing, though, about video that you have to think about. The lighting, the noise, just the actual kind of mechanics behind the video itself. That has been kind of a big learning curve. That's been probably the biggest learning curve for me. And I'm not the best or most fancy editor. I just kind of know the bare basics to get the job done, but that has been a learning curve. Bad comments, though. I had some things I wanted to say about that. I don't want to gloss over that without sharing my thoughts on it. We're lucky. We don't get a lot of bad comments, and I'll be honest, I'm not going to lie to you and say that bad comments don't bother me a little bit, but most of the time they don't. They just kind of make me laugh, because I think about, why would someone take their free time, which is so precious, anyone's free time is so precious, to watch a video that they don't like and then leave a comment about how they don't like it? But you don't have to watch it if you don't like it. If you hate to eat Brussels sprouts, why are you going to eat them? If you don't like to watch my video, you know, I don't expect everyone to like our videos at all, and it does not hurt my feelings at all if people are like, look at them two weirdos, I don't want to watch their videos.
Yeah.
There's videos that I watch that I'm like, I'm just not that interested, but I don't take the time to track them down and make a personal assault on their lives. I just skip it.
I think that's what doesn't make sense to me, is I'm like, oh really, you don't like this video and you're never going to watch our videos again? You just watched one. You're probably watching this one too. So it's kind of the funny thing. It's like, I'm never going to support you. You supported me by watching the video and commenting on it. So for one, you're lying. And for two, I could get on here like some other YouTubers do and totally make this big, like, I'm going to come get you stuff. But I don't even care because those of you...
That's not us.
No, and those of you who've said some mean stuff, I don't care. I'm not interested. I'm not wasting my time on you and the weird stuff that you had to say. This is my playground. This is my YouTube channel. This is my playground. And when I don't want you on it anymore, it's really easy to just poof, you're gone. So, exactly. That's something that they don't tell you about. Is you have to learn. And the good news about me is I have really thick skin. So when people say stuff that's just really outlandish and it's mean, I'm like, dude, I'm not even taking you serious. That was so far out there. Like, you have no credibility as a commenter or probably even a person if you're saying stuff like this. Go say that in a mirror and see what it sounds like. So,
bad comments honestly don't bother us. When we first started out, there was one or two that like really upset me. But now part of it is I'm just so busy. And we do try to take the time to answer comments, and I think that's something that's a little bit different about us. There's so many channels that don't, and we can't answer them all, and we're not perfect about it. But that in and of itself is a full-time job, is having to answer all the comments. But we want to. That's such a good thing, which we'll talk about a little bit later in this video. We had to be there. It made me lose my train of thought. Anyways, moving on from bad comments, what else YouTubers don't tell you? How competitive YouTube is, because there's so many people making so many different videos, and then there's so many videos on how to make YouTube videos and how to be successful with YouTube, which is awesome. And I've done a lot of research into that and looked at all kinds of different videos, and I've just found that the best thing is just being consistent with your content. Feed the algorithm as much as you can. Do what feels real to you. Don't make videos because it's trending and you want to be like other people. If you think that's relevant to you and you can take your own spin on it that feels authentic to you, that's great. But you really have to just do your own kind of thing.
That's it. Create content, steady, consistent content on whatever it is that you're doing. My dad all the time watches The Ranch Fairy, and he's someone that's talking about bows and arrows. He's talking about shooting stuff with bows and arrows. That has nothing to do with what I do, but I love to watch him because he's fun, he's hilarious, and he's friendly, but he's making steady content about his thing. So that's a great example. Am I doing that? No. Would I think I'd be particularly interested in that? No. But he's steady with his content, and I'm always interested in what he's doing next. So keep up with that content. And here's what not to do. Don't post a video and be like, well, I've been really busy and I haven't posted a video in 4 months, but I'm going to get to it. That's not a big deal because your faithful followers will be there and they will want to see it, but the YouTube algorithm will never pick you up and give you any momentum
if you don't post consistently. I mean, that can be really overwhelming, trying to figure out how much you're going to post. So like, we started with like 1 video a week, 2 video a week. I even did 4 videos a week. At one point, that was not doable. We had to go back to 3. But that's something that I feel like you don't know, when you're starting YouTube. I mean, it's not what YouTubers tell you. It's a lot to try to post that much. And trying to continually come up with content that is good, content that's authentic, that I go through spells of that. Sometimes it's really hard, I feel like, to come up with a video idea, and then I'll go through a long stretch where I'm like, I have so many ideas, and I'm going to have enough to the end of the year. So I kind of go through spells, and then, of course, YouTube did recently roll out for creators a thing called like a research tool where you can see what people are searching to find your videos, which is super helpful.
I thought that was funny. I wanted to do it, too.
Oh, yeah. I talk with my hands a lot.
I will say a bit about the learning process. These are things that you're going to figure out when you get into it. And as you step into a hobby, a process, a craft, or whatever, you learn these things as you go. But if we could share any information that will help you out before you start a YouTube channel, or to give anybody who's watches and supports us, by the way, thank you, kind of another view of what goes into it behind it, I think that's also worthy information, which brings me to one of the next points is, like we just got done talking about, there's lots of videos on YouTube about how to be successful at YouTube or things that you didn't know. So there might be 10 videos about one particular thing, and there's definitely more than that, which means YouTube is competitive. That's something that I feel like you don't know going in. You're like, I'm going to make this cool video, and I'm going to do it different. But really, are you?
I know, because it's already been. And that can kind of lead to, a lot of people want to watch my videos when there's so many other people. And that's something that I feel like YouTubers don't tell you. Sometimes it's hard, and I think almost, like I felt this way this morning. I almost feel, maybe this is just me, y'all. It's okay if it is, but almost feeling guilty, like this is too easy to be making an income from YouTube, to just be filming my life and making videos. That almost doesn't feel fair. That I'm getting to do that, and I really enjoy it, and I want to continue to do it. But you have those feelings of, why would people watch my videos when they can watch all these other videos? And then, of course, from the business standpoint, you have to answer that and figure out why. Why would people watch my videos? So that way your videos get views.
That's true. You outlined that well. Part of you thinks, well, this is too easy. But the other part of you, I mean, what you just said is right. You do have to spend some time thinking, what will I do that sets me apart? And that's when you're going to market a product of any kind, whether it be content or physical merchandise to any, or service to anybody, you're always thinking that. What will set me apart? What will make people want to choose me over XYZ, whoever else?
Right, and always still being authentic and still being yourself, because you don't want to be fake. You don't want to be just trying to have some kind of business that your heart's not in just to make money. Like, that's not cool.
No, that'll ruin your life. That's not happiness.
And on the other side of videos being competitive, it's funny. That's kind of a multifaceted issue. Is sometimes, and every like YouTube creator does this at some point, you look at other people's videos and it might have 1 million views, and you're like, 1 million views for this random video of this person making, I don't know, pasta or whatever. And they worked hard for that video too, so it's not fair to say, hey, that's kind of the answer to that, is it's not fair to say, hey, they got 1 million views and I didn't. Well, they worked for the video just like I did. But it's hard sometimes not to do that, because there'll be something that I'm thinking, why would 1 million people watch this?
And that's also another part of something that you probably, something I wouldn't have known getting into it, and you probably don't know either if you are just not making YouTube videos and you're just watching them, or if you're going to consider having a YouTube channel, is you might start to get a little bit insecure. You might have a little bit of self-esteem issues. You might be tempted to compare yourself to that person with 1 million views, and then feel bad about yourself when there's always more that goes into it. That person might have started years before you did. They might have had help. They might have had they might have paid 20 grand to a marketer to market their content somewhere. I mean, you really can't compare yourself to other people when you have no idea who they are or what they're doing. But that's something that I have been guilty of doing myself. And then that doesn't leave me feeling so good about myself and about what we've done to it. You just think, I'm going to make videos and it's going to be fun. And it is. But as long as I think you're being yourself, then whatever growth you see will be organic, 100% pure, authentic growth. And you can feel good about that.
Oh, yeah. And I definitely do that sometimes. And I try to be very careful about not comparing myself to other people's channels. But it's funny, sometimes I'm dumbfounded at why would 1 million people watch this, but a lot of the times if it is people who are doing our same kind of videos of, wow, they have all these views and this success, why am I not like that? Everyone does that at some point in their life, with like comparing themselves to anything and everything. I know that's normal, but I try not to do that, because sometimes I'll be in a really bad habit of seeing another channel and thinking, well, they made this video and I made one similar like that, and I don't have all those views. But you don't know the work that they put into it and the behind the scenes.
You don't know anything about how that went.
No.
So I think if I could give advice to anybody, I would say, we've hit on some major things that you really just don't think about getting into it. So now that you are aware of these things, before you start a YouTube channel, just consider them. Just go into it with that in your mind. And for those of you who follow us who aren't going to make a YouTube channel, that's just a little bit of like what we feel, insight, and I'm going to come after you if you keep not joking. I'm going to come after. Another really positive thing that maybe you wouldn't think of when you create a YouTube channel is all the people that we've met, all the wonderful friends, all the friendship, all the positive, wonderful things that people have said that have just really kind of just totally lighted my life up. We sure do appreciate that.
There's more positive than there is negative.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't even say that all those things we listed are terribly negative, maybe besides the bad comments. Maybe negative, or maybe another way to look at it is just unexpected things you don't realize when you're going to start a YouTube channel. But the positive far outweighs all of that. And it's like you said, the people that you meet, even if that's just through the internet. And sometimes you do get to meet people in person, because of our mom's channel. If you don't know that our mom has a channel, we're going to link that in the description below, because she's really awesome and we love her mom, and you should go watch her.
She's just sitting right in there.
Yeah, she's just right in there. If you like us, you'll probably like her. anyways, because of her channel, we met our friend Pastor Lon. Shout out to their channel, Homesteading Pastor. We're definitely going to leave a link in the description. Go check them out. Subscribe. Tell them that we sent you. We love them. Support them. They're awesome. Anyways, Pastor Lon, who, how do you say it? Would you say officiated me and Austin's wedding? I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. But he was the pastor for me and Austin's wedding. We met him through Mom's YouTube channel.
Someone that we'd never known, that we met them online. And then the funniest thing about that is later, on the way down to the beach, we come through their town and we just randomly happened to run into them at a Cracker Barrel.
Strange.
That was
awesome.
That was ordained by the big man, for sure. But that's another positive thing. Connections that you're going to make. People that you're going to meet. So many sweet, wonderful people have sent me stuff. Sent me rocks. Sent me jewelry. Sent me things that they made. Sent me just all kinds of really sweet things. And I feel like I have a lot of friendship and support that I wouldn't have had. So I promise that far outweighs any of the negative.
It's amazing, and I feel like I know people through comments. Some of the same people that we have that comment, I feel like I know them, almost like I'm friends with them. And then it's amazing that people send us stuff and are so nice to us. I mean, that is crazy. And on some of the devotional videos I do, I'll be honest, I think I get more blessed or more blessings, however you say that, from those than anyone else does watching them, because there'll be people who leave comments and will kind of let me know what they think, and it's stuff that's like stuck with me forever. I remember someone left a comment. There's so many. I mean, I could go on and on. I could make like a 2-hour video about all the comments that people have made that have kind of touched me and stuck with me. But we have a subscriber, and he comments pretty much on every video. And I remember, I'm sorry, I'm probably going to mix up these words, but that said something like, time wasted having fun is not time wasted. It was something like that, and I get real worried about how I'm spending my time. Am I getting enough stuff done? I'm just one of those people, and so I always go back to that and remind myself, if I'm having fun, then that time is not wasted. If I'm spending time with my family, that time is not wasted. But it was just this certain way that he put this, and that always stuck with me. And there's so many other comments like that, or emails that people reach out to me, and that stuff sticks with me. I mean, like, that really helps me, and it's wonderful to have YouTube as this space to get to connect with the community like that. And that's why we try our best to answer as many YouTube comments as we can, because A, that's a way to show our appreciation for you watching our videos, because without that, we couldn't be doing this, and this is what we want to do. But B, we want to talk to you. We want to know what you have to say. I mean, we're genuinely interested. So many positive things about creating a YouTube channel, and it also, it's allowed us to kind of live the lifestyle we want. I want to be just kind of a stay-at-home kind of wife and clean and cook and do stuff. I don't know. That's just me. I like that.
That's your personal, what you personally want to do to make your, that's what makes you happy.
That's what I want to do, and garden and I don't know, just have kind of a simple, slow life, and having a YouTube channel allows me to do that. It allows me to be self-employed, so it allows us to be self-employed.
It's the same thing I want to do, and I get to do it every day because of you guys. So,
and that is absolutely invaluable to us. Anyone watching this video, anyone supporting it, that means the world to us.
That's right. It does mean the world. So, if I were you and I was going to create a YouTube channel, start slow, don't overcommit, be consistent with what you do, be prepared, because everybody has an opinion. They're like belly buttons. We don't need to see them, though. Everyone has an opinion. Don't get your feelings hurt. Be prepared to meet wonderful people and make fantastic connections and learn all kinds of cool, useful information for your life and what you're going to do that you had not previously known. And be yourself.
Be yourself. Be authentic. That's the most. That's
and be
the
proud of what
thing.
you're doing.
And be proud of what you're doing. People can tell if you're not authentic, but mostly you can tell if you're not authentic. And you don't want to be something that you're not. That'll come through in the videos, and that's just not cool. You want to just be who you are.
If you're not being who you are and you're being something that you're not, your well's going to be empty. And if your well's empty, you're not going to be getting water out to give to other people.
No.
So.
And you just have to kind of do the videos as you can, feed the algorithm, and it takes time. I mean,
be patient. Be patient.
Yeah, we've only been actively doing this since December 2020. I'm sure we'll look back at this video a couple years from now and be like, oh, wow, we've learned so much since then. And it's kind of like I said, too, and advice that I would have for anyone starting a channel. It is important to do research. It is important to stay up to date with all the new changes that YouTube rolls out. Don't get me wrong, all that's important. But don't make yourself crazy with that, is what I'm trying to say. And don't think that just because you don't follow these certain people's checklists that you're not going to have a successful channel. I think consistency. Dave Canterbury said that. What is the name of his channel? Why am I just forgetting? We're gonna Pathfinder, yeah. We'll put it in the link below. I like
Dave
him.
Canterbury.
Dad watches him. He's a really cool bushcraft guy. But I remember one time watching one of his videos, and that's what it said. He said, just be consistent. Just feed the algorithm. Just keep doing it. And I thought that was pretty good. So if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. And if you've made it this far, you should hit the like button. We never ask people to do anything like that in the videos, but you should definitely hit the like button and subscribe if you like us and you want to see more of us. I think that you can even turn on the bell thingy to be notified when we make new videos.
Oh, I looked at you. That's right. Look at us. We're being professional YouTubers by saying subscribe, hit that bell notification to find out when we have new videos that drop. And until then, until we decide to get into something else,
Thank you for watching.
I have other things I have to go do. I have to go to my storage unit and start moving stuff because I bought more stuff. That's me.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll catch you at the next one.
Thank you for watching.
God bless you. God watch you. God help you. God hear you. God's always there. So before you sneak that piece of chocolate, and if you're like Olive, before you eat somebody's socks, somebody's watching you. Bye.
Bye. Oh my God.